there, board gamers, Just the Arm Painter here, and you guys are tuning in for this week's video blog. To get things started, let's go ahead and talk about some updates that have come up for me this week. First and foremost, we've got the merch store up through Streamlabs. I went ahead and upgraded to the Pro status, or whatever they call it there, so they handle all the shirts and hoodies and things like that sales for me, which is really cool, and I get a portion of the proceeds, which really helps with stream growth. And if you guys are interested in checking out what we've got going on over there, I'll drop a link in the description below. Unfortunately, I'm not rocking one of those shirts today because over Black Friday weekend, didn't come in. I did order one. Hopefully you guys will get to see me rocking that this coming week, maybe. I'm hoping to have it on, wearing it on stream by Thursday. That's my goal. I've also went ahead and ordered a different mic, so I don't have this big thing in my face. This is working reasonably okay, but Austin gave me a recommendation on something I can hook here that's not a lav mic. It's a little bit cheaper, something that I could afford, that might get this out of the frame and give us something that doesn't have like the directionality issue that we have here, where, as you guys can tell, if I'm over here talking, it's a little bit different than if I'm over here talking. So went ahead and got a new mic that's hopefully going to rectify that issue. In the mail this week, I've also gotten some goodies, which is really exciting. I went ahead and picked up the Micromats photography set thing from Table War that was on sale. That way I can take some photos of the things that we're doing on stream and have some stuff for social media, which would be pretty cool. And also, honestly, I need to upgrade my photography stuff anyway. It's been a long time coming. We've got a box of stuff I need to do an unboxing for from Gamergrass, which is really cool. And then I got some stuff from Green Stuff World that just came in the mail. So I've got to do 2 unboxing videos, and then because Gamergrass has to do with basing, we're going to try and do maybe some kind of tutorial with the basing materials if I can. And then the stuff from Green Stuff World, I think they sent me some paints, so we'll have to do some type of review and actually use those for something and see what they're about. Going into December at some point, I should have a package coming in from the Army Painter. So I have a bunch of stuff from that to review and some of it to give away, which would be pretty cool for you guys out there. I think I might have a package coming from Redgrass Games. I'm not sure. They said they were going to send me something to use on stream, but we'll see if that comes in. And as per a few weeks ago when I talked to one of the guys from Privateer Press, I was supposedly going to be getting a care package of P3 paints to give a shot because I've never used them, and to kind of review and just see if I like them. I don't know if that's going to come through either, but hopefully it does. So we do have some people that are not air quote sponsors of the stream, but have sent products for me to use, which would be really cool. And hopefully, based on feedback from you guys and interaction that they get, perhaps we'll get some new stuff in the future, which will be pretty cool. On the topic of things coming in the mail, I did go ahead and order some nameplates for some of the miniatures for you guys who've supported the stream, my Patreon supporters and so forth, so we can name a few. So I have some nameplates coming. I did not order Clan Wolf's nameplate yet because I'm not sure exactly what mini he wanted to name, so that one's going to be a little bit delayed. But the exciting thing is that we have rolled over into December, which means officially Patreon is 100% a go. It was a go in November, but December 1st was the first billing cycle for it, which means everyone who signed up is now officially a T.A.P Garrison Patreon supporter. So thank all of you guys. I can't express my gratitude enough in these vlogs and these videos. It's not the easiest thing to convey, but I do appreciate all your support. So everyone out there who's been supporting me, thank you very much. And we had a recent addition here right before the end of the month, and that's Sleep Monster from Twitch. Thank you very much for joining the Patreon team and having faith in me to continue to produce content. I know it's not as dense with videos as I would like and as you guys might like, but moving forward, I'm going to definitely try. I do have the tutorial I've been working on, which I can't show you the model right now, but I'm hoping to have that video up on the 15th or the 16th of December. I've still got to do some editing, but the footage is all done. The mini is finished. The reason why I have to wait is because of some holiday stuff that's going to be getting in the way, but you guys will know when that video comes out. In addition to that, I've got the first battle report for the stream, or for the Patreon rather, that has to get edited, and that is with Bob Lord 17 from Twitch. And I'm really hoping I can get another one filmed with him before the end of December, so I have something for Patreon in January. And on that note, I need some ideas from you guys about what tutorial you might like to see in January. What would you like to see me do? You know, is it painting or a conversion, something like that? Give me some ideas if you want to sound off in the comments below. Otherwise, I might just kind of do something random that I might want to do, but that might not be what you guys want to see. So as always, if you guys have any feedback, suggestions, or critiques, things of that nature, I take that to heart, and I'm really excited to continue to produce content that is relevant to what you guys want to see. Moving into December, we're going to be trying something new on the stream. Slightly exciting for me. I'm not sure if it's going to work out, but we're going to try. And the goal of it is to get some hobby funds coming in, because I have been spending quite a bit on upgrading stream stuff, getting models to use, and things of that nature, but also to try and give back to the community. So what we're going to be doing over on Twitch for pretty much the duration of December, I'm going to maybe try at least the first 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to be doing a thing where every $50 in donations that we get, we're going to do a giveaway on stream. And that seems pretty basic, but what I'm going to be doing is wrapping in festive holiday wrap some items that I have here that are in our giveaway box, some terrain, some loose minis, things of that nature that are here for the community, and wrap those so that when we do a giveaway, whoever receives it has something that, regardless of what they may be worshiping or practicing or whatever this holiday season, they've got a little something from me and the community that you guys have funded, and also those funds are helping to offset the investments that I've made and help procure new things for the stream. So it's kind of a good symbiotic relationship. My thought process is whoever wins that will have something that'll say, to such and such from the Arm Painter and the Garrison or something like that, and it'll have, wrapping in a bow, and we'll put it in a box and ship it. But if that person who wins doesn't need anything, they want to give things away this holiday season because they've been doing really well and they'd rather give back, they could win that product or that giveaway item, whatever it is. And then they could give it to a friend. They could be like, I got this in the mail, and be like, hey, hobby buddy from the shop, this is from a community that I'm part of. I don't need more. I want to give something to you. And then they have this package that's wrapped and say, here you go. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that they may be celebrating, and they've got something cool. Or perhaps if somebody wins one of these items and they don't themselves need it, and they want it to be kind of a surprise, if they've got an address that they'd prefer to have it shipped to, so it's a kind of an exciting, this person opened it package where they're like, what is this? And it says Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever. And they open the box and they've got a gift. And I'll write, to such and such from, the Arm Painter and the Garrison, especially from yada yada person's name, so they know it's from a friend. So something like that. And my thought process is maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be dumpster fire. I don't know. I'm hoping it works out. Trying different things over on Twitch and trying to get the community involved is sometimes hard. Sometimes things work, but we're going to try. If it doesn't work, moving into next year, we'll do something different and see how it goes. In addition to doing the holiday kind of festive giveaway, if we hit the stream donation goal for the month, we're probably going to go ahead and do the giveaway for the blue dragon that I painted as my first mini back over on Twitch. Now, I wasn't sure exactly I want to do all the minis giveaways, but I figure that's a good incentive, because I think our donation goal on Twitch right now is to raise $350 for the month of December, specifically so I can get a non-squeaky chair. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Maybe it came through, maybe it didn't, but it squeaks really bad, and there's holes in the back of it. It's really terrible. So I figure we've got that set up as a goal. I'm doing a giveaway every $50 we raise, which would be 7 giveaways at least. I'll probably do some type of giveaway that's tethered to Twitch subscriptions. Every time we get X number of subs, we'll do a giveaway. Every time we get X number of new Patreon supporters out there, we'll do a giveaway. I've got a huge box of things, so we could do some really cool stuff. But I figure, if we get 7 giveaways, we will have hit the mark where we've given out at least 7 things to people from the community. We're going to get a new chair for videos and Twitch so I don't look goofy and have a squeaky chair, especially on Twitch. Right now, I probably can't hear it on this mic. I'm hoping that in the tutorial when it goes live this month that you guys can't hear me. At one point, I was trying to shift while I was painting, and it sounded like I was... It sounded like certain noises that are tied to bodily functions. Like I was gifted with Nurgle for a moment. It was terrible. And I'm really hoping that did not come through. But if it did, it's a squeaky chair. I promise. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I figure if we hit that goal, we'll have the blue dragon that I can give away as kind of the, hey, here's a cool premium model that other people might want to get for themselves. Maybe it's for D&D. Maybe it's Daff out there, Chris Oakes, Wheels from the Garrison who's interested. So, and if that goes well, I'll try and... do a variety of giveaways going in next year, however we kind of set those up, and tether some of the minis I've painted on stream and in tutorials to those types of giveaways as an incentive to encourage some growth on the stream and give back. And I'm really, really hoping that I can speed up my painting and try and finish a mini once a week or once every 2 weeks, plus the tutorial for the month, which would give me 3 minis at least minimum to give away, which would be really good, or at least to get into our giveaway box so you guys can trigger it. So that would be would be pretty awesome. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It's always kind of difficult talking about the financial side of Twitch, but I'm very open with you guys, and I want you to know what I'm trying to do here. Trying to grow the Twitch, grow the Patreon, grow the YouTube, grow the brand, and create awareness, continue to put out good content for you guys, and try to continue to push forward to offset the hours that I work at my normal job, which is fine. This is a dream, and you guys are trying to help me live the dream. But if I can offset those, that's hours I can allocate to this. Right now, I'm probably doing at least 40 to 45 hours a week at my normal job, and then I'm putting in at least 20 hours a week here, doing Twitch streaming, and then video filming and editing after the fact, perhaps even more than that. All I know is I sleep, I work. If I'm not working, I'm doing the stream stuff and the video stuff, and then occasionally I see my fiance, and I nap a lot when she's around. So those are my goals. That's where I want to be, and that's kind of why I guess I talk about them a lot. You guys are helping me achieve the goals, but they are at the forefront of everything. The goal line, the objectives, the goals and things that I want to aspire to reach are always in front of me, and I have my eyes on those sites. So because I'm constantly looking at it and thinking about it, I'm vocal with you guys about it. And maybe that's good, maybe it's bad, I don't know, but you guys at least get to hear about where I want to be, what I aspire to be, and kind of where we want the stream and the community to go. And if you're on board with that, awesome. If you'd like to help me steer the course to somewhere you think would be better for the whole community, that is what the comment section's for. It's what the live chat and Twitch is for. It's what our Facebook and Discord is for. Pop in, talk with me, let me know. I don't know what I don't know, and you guys know me. I'm going to get on here like I'm doing now, and I'm going to ramble and sound like a moron sometimes, and other times perhaps be entertaining, or be an entertaining moron, as the case may be. But I don't know. You guys tell me sometimes. Otherwise, I'll get on. I'm going to paint models. We're going to hang out. I'm act goofy and be me. But if someone's like, hey, you should do this right here, I think you'd be good at it. Give it a shot. We might want to see it. We'll try it. If it works, cool. If not, we'll try something else later. That's the thing that's really cool about doing this, is being adaptive and open to what you guys think would be cool, and being open to trying stuff. So, but on that note, with all those goofy ramblings aside, updates for the stream, let's go ahead and show off that blue dragon and show you guys kind of what I've been working on this week, miniatures wise. First and foremost, as promised, here's the blue dragon that I was referencing that we're going to use for some type of giveaway this month if we reach our goal. If we don't reach the goal, we'll use him for a giveaway in the future. I just figured, this would be a good opportune time to use a dragon, something that hoards the gold and the exciting valuables in the D&D universe. I think, Daff, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure dragons hoard gold, isn't that right? Perhaps the blue dragon of the desert hoards water. I don't know. Someone out there, some D&D nerd who knows more about D&D than I know about Warhammer, let me know. Do blue dragons... Do they hoard gold in the desert? Anyways, with that slight interjection here, I always attribute them to being like the Smaug. I guess is maybe his name. You said that goofy. I butchered the name for you, you Lord of the Rings people, and I'm sorry. But yeah, I figured you can't get much more fitting than a dragon when it's tethered to some type of goal for Twitch and things of that nature, because he's the guardian of the valuables, and if we reach that goal, he'll go out to one of you guys, and we'll get a new valuable tool for the stream. So I think he's really cool. I think this was a good final product for a stream that was focused on speed painting and using techniques like dry brushing and washing. And I got a little carried away doing the edge highlights on his carapace down here, but I think he turned out really well, and I hope whoever wins it appreciates it and gives him a good home, either on a shelf or even better for him, someone who actually uses them on the tabletop and he gets displayed. So it'd be pretty cool. Commission updates for the week. As you guys have seen, the dreadnoughts for Wheels' commission are basically finished. I've still got to do the basing for these, but they are in our basically all but finished box here. And I've also got the Terminators, which we worked on, I think, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So the gems are done on this guy. All we have to do is the power weapon effects on his sword, and then he's ready to go, minus the base, of course. Same thing on this fellow, power weapon effect. I even got a little bit of freehand on his shield, so it says ball, because, blood angels. And then we've got, had a little dibble of something on that guy, a little flake of something. This guy's little power weapon we have to do, and then he has a face, so we'll have to paint some flesh tones, but then he's good to go. And then we've got the pretty awesome assault cannon. Just got to do his power-up effects, and he's good for the tabletop. And then finally, the guy that I attribute as being like the leader of the squad, he might not actually be, but he just looks so cool, because I feel like he's shield bashing, and then he's going to thrust, like, get out of my way, demon, and he stabs, you know, like, who? Some Leonidas stuff, some Spartan stuff. He looks super cool. It's probably my favorite guy from the squad, just because his pose turned out so cool, so menacing. But these are almost done. Again, we just have to finish those power weapon effects. We have to get the basing done for them, which I've got base toppers from Death Ray Designs, which would be really cool to use. And then moving forward, once those are done, I've still got to wrap up his HQs. His being wheels, if you guys don't know this already. But I have to wrap up the details on this guy, which will be fun and hopefully reasonably speedy. And then I've got to wrap up this guy from his Forge World allotment of characters. He is much less farther along than the other character. Visually, I guess it might actually be not too far off, but hoping to get some time in on working on this guy and hopefully get those done before Christmas. I'm not holding my breath on it, but we will hopefully be close. And then I get to transition when those are done into finishing his Imperial Fists. But as we were talking at the beginning of the vlog here, I'm spending a lot of time at work and streaming and doing the video stuff, and really just trying to do everything I can to help this grow and make finances, financial ends meet and all that. So the time for commission stuff is not what it used to be. It's really hard sometimes to get the time I need to finish everything as quickly as I would like. So I am trying to go as fast as I can, but this isn't like it used to be when I was putting in 12 to 16 hour commission days. Like, it's just not. So these are going a lot slower than I might have wanted, and I'm hoping to get them done as quickly as I can so you can get them to wheels on his tabletop so you can, use them against his opponents to bring vengeance to the enemies of the Imperium. And also because the Blood Angel stuff and the Psychic Awakening is coming, and I'm sure he would be really excited to put these guys on the tabletop with the new, very, very sexy Mephiston model that's coming, as well as any other cool Blood Angel updates that they're going to get when that book launches. Which, the exciting thing about that for me is that Mephiston is getting Primaris, which means that when the Dark Angel book comes out, we might get a Primaris Bro too. And I'm curious to know if it's going to be Azrael or not. Part of me wants to say, I hope not, because I've got a really cool painted Azrael, and the other part's like, screw that, we want a cool Primaris model. So, we'll see what happens. If you guys didn't see in my previous vlogs or information, we did put up the product review for the Krios PS289, which I used to do the transitions on Scarface here from Infinity. So, he's looking pretty cool. He's ready for detail work whenever I get around to it. But if you haven't seen that video, I review the Krios PS289 airbrush that was sent to me by Spray Gunner. I'll drop a link in the description below for any of you guys who haven't seen it. At the time you're watching this video, I think the holiday sales are now over. But if you're looking to get an airbrush, you can't go wrong with this. So perhaps bookmark their website after watching that review and see if this goes on sale again if you're looking to get into airbrushing. If you're looking to try something new, I really like this. I'm a Badger guy. I own, I think, 6 Badger airbrushes. And this one initially was going to be a product test, do a video review, and then a giveaway for the stream if it was only on par with my Patriot 105. It is not on par. I like it better, so therefore it's being worked into one of the mainstays of my arsenal, and I'm really excited to try and do some product reviews for additional airbrushes in the future. So if you happen to watch this and you find it entertaining at all or want to see something different, make sure when you watch this review that you hit that like button on the video and drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think, if there's something I could have done better or something you'd like to see in the future. As I mentioned in that video, I'm really excited to try out the Harder and Steinbeck Evolution and Harder and Steinbeck Infinity. The Harder and Steinbeck Infinity is my dream airbrush. I want to get one very bad, but they're very expensive. So but yeah, sound off in those comments and let me know. And other hobby news, I have been working on some Star Wars Legion. My goal is to also have this stuff done before Christmas, which is unlikely. So I've been playing around with dropping down base coats, or not base coats, but transitions of gray to white here. And I'm really enjoying how these guys are turning out. And this stuff is the secret sauce for painting white in conjunction with this. And I'm not sure where my airbrush paint went, but suffice to say that this with base gray from Minotaur, and then this over the top, and then once it dries, come back in with a little bit of that if you want to brighten up the white a little bit, is the secret sauce. So you get some really nice white effects on your models, and it's very cool. But here's kind of what I've been working on. We got a variety of little clone trooper boys. Got a whole box of these here. Let's just rotate the box instead of grabbing all of them. We'll just rotate the box. There's a whole bunch of them boys. Whole bunch. I came back in after playing around with a little bit of the Mr. Hobby, I guess, oil wash stuff. It's not my favorite product. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It just didn't work as well as I wanted. And there's a few areas here that were really funky. But it is what it is. I was trying to try new products out and, do different stuff. So, but here is one of the Bach Speedas. Bach Speeda number 2. Yep. And then here is one of the guys that was my test mini. See if we can get the scheme right. Once you come in and you start doing the black lining and putting so the black lines on the armor panels and then the black in the joints, they really pop. These are basically the same colors, all right, or very, very close. But this one's got edge highlights, this one doesn't, and this one has the black lining, and this one doesn't. So this one's armor panels pop where this one does not. But once his armor panels are done the same way, he should look roughly the same. It's amazing what the black lining will do. And on that particular note, for the black lining, I have been playing around with the contrast Black Templar from Citadel, and this is good stuff too. I've been using the contrast Black Templar and contrast Apothecary White to really good effect on these, and it's turned out very, very nicely. And I've also got the Snakebite Leather over here, which has been pretty awesome as well. I used it on our Eldar Ranger, which we've been painting up during our Sunday streams on Twitch, and I think it made her little pants bits look really, or like pants, I guess that's a weird leg boot thing. I think those turned out very nicely. So, and she's been kind of a lesson in speed painting too. As of filming this, it is Sunday afternoon, and I'm not sure what parts I'm going to tackle on stream tonight, but we're going to tackle something nonetheless and see what we can do. I'd like to have her finished, but I don't know what's going to happen, so we'll see. In addition to the clones, I did some test work on Obi-Wan. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this. This one was with the airbrushed white and gray, and then I did the Apothecary White. I've came in and did some black lining and did his robes and so forth, but I also kind of layered up and glazed to get that white a bit more crisp and clean. So that's why his transitions are a bit better than his transitions. Not that the guy on my right looks terribly bad, but you can tell that a little bit more effort went into Obi-Wan. Now that I'm looking at them next to each other, it's not quite as stark. When you look at the legs, it's really quite different. It might be a little bit better to compare Obi-Wan to someone who's got like a leg that's actually out in the open, maybe like one of these guys. Yeah, so it's a little bit brighter where the white was hitting from the zenithal from the top, but you can see there's a bit more of a drastic contrast here, more as a subtle transition on that one. And then when you break over, you've got that dark gray. So, just depends on what you're trying to do and the posing. And I guess the way I was holding this guy during the spraying, it hit right there. It hit both sides. But that's the downside to trying to do batch painting and do all those things at one time is, you could get all the transitions perfect, but you spend a lot of time, and when you're going with speed, you sacrifice a little bit of quality. So hopefully these guys will look good when they're done. I don't want to go in and try and glaze and layer and build up the white on everyone. Eventually I'll be there forever. I'm already going to be there forever. For you guys who know my painting style, I spend a long time painting, but I'm really excited with how Obi-Wan's looking so far. I need to get in there and do his face, do some edge highlights on the black here, finish up his belt and do his hair and his lightsaber hilt and blade, and then I think he'll be ready to go minus spacing. So, and then finally I've been working on a couple of other minis here. Here's old Captain Rex, and you can see his blends look a little bit better than these guys' blends because I spent more effort with the airbrush. It's like the legs and stuff look a little bit smoother on these guys than they do on these guys. Actually, his doesn't look too bad. But I really tried to make sure that I was focusing more on the quality of the commanders who are going to be on the table, hopefully longer, or at least need to stand out. But here's where we are on Rex number 2. This is my Rex. And then Rex number 1, who was the test piece and also for Wheels. There's Rex number 1. Wheels is my biggest Patreon supporter. He is at the War Master tier because he is a crazy man. But I do appreciate all his faith and support. And his mini for December, because at that pledge level, he gets to have 1 mini painted by me each month. For that pledge level, we went ahead and we're painting up Rex for him. So hopefully I'll have this done in time to ship it to him before the end of the month. I want to make sure that anyone pledges to those Paint a Mini pledge, they get their mini in a timely fashion. Which is also another reason why I'm not really doing major commissions right now, because I don't want to compete for that. Like, it's hard making time. So if someone's going to pledge that much to my Patreon to get, to be supportive, I want to make sure that they get something back out of it as well. So, but I think that is looking super cool right now. I can't wait to finish them. Can't wait to do all the same effects on my version of Rex as well, which should look probably 95% similar. Should look really, really close, which I think will be pretty cool. But on that note, I think we've gone over all the minis, so let's go ahead and whip this chair around, and we'll do some wrap-ups for the day. So as I was just showing, we were working on, or I've been working on rather, some miniatures work for the Patreon supporters, specifically stuff for Wheels this month, and that's actually really, really exciting because as of today, which is December 1st, this should be the first day of the billing cycle for my Patreon officially, which means here in the next couple weeks, some of you Patreon supporters are going to be getting something in the mail. I think that all my pledges will get a sticker and a postcard or something like that in the mail. So I will be sending those out sometime in the next week, hopefully. So long as everything on Patreon is going properly, and I'll have some postcards for you guys. I'll have a little sticker for you. I'm not sure if everyone gets dice or not, but whatever the pledge tier rewards are, you'll get. I know for sure it's a postcard and a sticker. I feel like I listed a pair of dice too. You'd think I'd know since it's my Patreon page. But that's really exciting because it's the first time, it's officially the first time I'm going to be doing my first ever Patreon rewards shipment. That's super awesome. That it kind of puts into perspective what I'm doing and where I want to be. And, there's only 8 people right now on Patreon supporting me, but you guys, you're the elite right now. You're the first wave of supporters. You're holding that line with me and trying to help me get hobby in my life and bring hobby to all of you guys. And I really do appreciate that. So thank you again to everyone who's been supporting me over there. And finally, as I mentioned on the video, if you haven't watched my product review for this thing, make sure you check out that video. I know I'm pushing that a little bit, but I want to make sure that when anyone sends me products to use on stream or to review, that they feel like I am doing my due diligence to not only promote the video that I did, but also put maximum effort. We had a comment on that product video where the guy said that, something to the effect of he enjoyed it, which was great, but he also made a comment that it was nice to see a video that had a good camera and in focus, and I was like, thank you. Generally, when I try and do content, it is a quality versus quantity equation. And even if I had the time to do a battle report every day, I don't know if we would do that. I feel like I'd want to spend a little bit more time to have a more polished video versus a quantity, which if I was making ad revenue, I suppose you'd want quantity over quality. But I want to make sure if you guys are tuning in, you're getting a good experience, good top-notch quality, the best that I can produce, and hopefully moving forward I will continue to push that envelope, procuring more equipment, using what I can at DRD to leverage the assets that we've procured over there so they're not going to waste. We've got all kinds of camera equipment that only gets used a couple times a year because we just don't have the time to use it otherwise. So like this microphone I'm using, want to try something new. Austin's like, take it with you. If you like it, just buy a new one and replace it. The camera that I'm filming here with now is one of the shops, and I'm just borrowing it. The main camera, which is over there, this direction, that's the camera that I filmed the top-down view, and that was from Wheels from the Garrison. So that one's mine that I'm using, but one of the lights here that I'm using is Austin's, the green screen's Austin's. So definitely doing everything I can to climb, scratch, chew, gnaw my way through products that I can utilize to make sure we're putting out the best content we can. That made me sound like a Tyranid. Would a Tyranid film? I don't know, guys. Would a Tyranid do a podcast or a Twitch? I don't know, a Gene Stealer cult might. They might try and spread the good word. Spread the good word. Join the Gene Stealer cult and get mutated so that when the Tyranids show up, they can eat you. So, on that note, folks, I think we're going to conclude the this week's video blog. I think I've been rambling too much, and because I got up early to film this, I haven't eaten, and I've been consuming caffeine, and I'm starting to get delirious and goofy, which you guys are used to, but perhaps I've said too many goofy things in this video already. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, and then I will see you guys in a future video. First and foremost, if you'd like to help support the stream, make sure you check out deathrodesigns.com. Using coupon code GETAMPED10 will save you 10%, and you'll get some pretty cool products for your tabletop. Additionally, in the future, we'll have a section set up at some point for the T.A.P Garrison where you guys can pick up branded materials. Maybe you aren't a Patreon supporter, but you still want to support in some way. You'll be able to pick up widgets and maybe some terrain or some hobby organizers, paintbrush holders, things like that in the future once we get all that set up. So be on the lookout there. And if you haven't already and you're watching this and somehow don't know that I stream over on Twitch, I encourage you to check me out at twitch.tv/ampservices. I'm currently streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights. Sometimes it's subject to change. If I'm able to get a battle report in, I'll have to give up one of the weekday streams so I can film during the morning. But it is what it is. You guys can catch me over there at some point, hopefully. And finally, as I've mentioned a billion times in today's video, and hopefully got my gratitude across to all you awesome supporters, if you like the content that I do, you want to see it grow, you want to see me stream more, film more battle reports, do more tutorials, act more like a entertaining moron and more content, I really encourage you guys to hop on over and check me out over on Patreon. No matter how large or small that contribution is, it really does help. Currently, we are almost 2/3 of the way through my big, audacious monthly goal. And if we get there and consistently are making that big goal, I might finally be able to secure a 2-bedroom living environment where 1 bedroom is dedicated to streaming, content creation, big table for gaming, and just really taking that next step to producing more content. But if you don't want to jump over on Patreon, simply hanging out in my streams, watching the videos is super helpful as well. So like, comment, subscribe, ding that little bell if you're watching this over on YouTube so you get alerts when I put up new content. Hopefully I'll catch you guys during a stream. Hopefully I'll catch you during one of my next videos. And as always, now that I'm concluding my long rambly vlog for the week, keep rolling those dice, keep painting those models, and I will catch you guys next time.